Hey fellas, 265 Chevy here, two-car garage. It's Monday night, I think it's the 19th. I'm out here messing with the transmission. Alright, so, of course I'm watching the video, which you can see. So, what I had to do here, I had to install that pin. And what the guy says is actually take your 3/16 punch, make sure that the hole lines up, which I already did, and lined up. And then you take your transmission, move it in a location. Then you take your punch and run it through so you can kind of hold it while you pound the pin in. Because you don't want to be pounding on this rod right here. So, you know, after it starts going in, this will go down. And then you hold it, and then at the end you just take your punch and punch in this rest of this pin. Try to see if I can get a little bit more together tonight. It turns pretty good, you see. So let's see how far we can go. And remember, like I said, I'm just going to put it all together. I'm not going to put no AT. And on my other video, nobody caught this, or maybe I did and y'all just didn't want to say anything. But I was saying ATF. You know, well, I wasn't putting ATF on here. I was actually putting silicone, which is ATZ. So I'm not putting any of that on here. I'm just going to button it all up and see if it goes through the gears, go in reverse, and all that other good stuff. So I'll be back. You know, the video's going to go on and off or whatever. Because it'll be too long and I don't want to make a very long video. I'm just going to kind of show you what I do and, you know, what I did. And that's about it. Bye. Alright YouTube, I'm back. Alright, he said that you want to test the fifth gear. So he says take your assembly to make sure that it goes in and out. You take your left hand, put it on the rod. Take your right hand, put it on here. And then, let's see. And then you make sure it goes in and out. Which it does. So it seems like it works. And then let's go to another part. I'll bring you back. Just wanted to show you all that. Just remember, left hand, just push on here. What's wrong? Right? Okay. A little dry. I think I might take a little ATF right here. ATF. There I went again. Some transmission fluid and put it on here. And just lube this up a little bit. Looks a little dry. So let me do that. So I'm going to do that and then let's see what we'll have here. There's a little automatic transmission fluid. A little dibbity dabs on there. That should be enough. See if that helps it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's it. And what you can see here, you know, oh, excuse me. I greased all that. All up in there, see all that grease? Well, I can't see if y'all can see it. See I greased all the rod and everything when I put it all together in the other video. So, sorry about all that. Well, I'll bring you back in when I got more. Alright fellas, I'm back. Now we're going to be fooling with the shift forks, and we're going to be replacing the tabs. the 4 tabs. Let's see if I can zoom in on it a little bit more. There you go. And that's these. What you want to do, you want to inspect the forks all the way around, because this is where they normally crack, right up in here. You know, right there. This is the 3rd, 4th gear fork. And then, you know, there's a dowel pin that goes through the rod, and you can knock that out, in which, you know, you pull this out. We also going to be replacing this rubber bushing right here, which goes into the case. We're replacing that. Okay, so what you do, you take these pads off, you pull them off like that, and there's a couple little tits. I don't know if you can see that on the back of the pad. Same thing with these, and you put them on exactly the way you take them off. Click. Titch one on this side. Look for the tit. Put them on. Make sure they click in place. Yep, nice. And then same thing with 1-2 fork. Take that off. These don't really look that bad. And the tit goes to this side. You gotta make sure you hear them click in place. Make sure I'm not hearing it click in place. Why is that? There you go. And you pull this on. Should be the same thing. Tit should be on this side, on this inside. Look for the tit. Click this on. Come on, brother. There you go. Set it all on, and then we place this. It should be a lot easier than what it is. That off. Put the new one on. Bam, boom, bop. There you go. And some old parts that you put over there. Alright, that's pretty much all you do with this. It's pretty simple, straightforward. We'll stop it here and go further. Put that on the side. Darren, I want to let you know I liked your cooking video. Now I'm hungry for BLT. But let's continue. I'll be back. Okay. Now, what he said that we got to make sure that all of this is in the center, and mine wasn't. Mine was all over here and over there. It was I mean, never done this before, so I never put it together. So I had to actually get the chair out, sit down, and look at it. You see how? And then we're gonna put the top, and actually you're gonna kind of slide. Can't see. You're gonna kind of slide the top. Hold on. There you go. You're gonna slide the top on this way. Then bolt it down, and we'll try to do that, and I'll put you on the thing and show you how bad I fucked this up. Alright, so I'll be back. Alright, and what you gotta have, you gotta make sure that this hole is straight up and down. Alright, so pretty much all you do is make sure this is all in the neutral position, like so. And then kind of guide it point it towards that way, put it in the sliders. You see how I'm pushing that way? And then push. There you go. It's on there. And of course I don't have no ATV on it or nothing. So you gotta make sure that the hole is pointing straight up. And that's where, when we put the nose cone on, this is where the shifter pin will go. That's why that's important that it's straight up. So I'm gonna put the bolts in, and then I'm gonna put the reverse gear on here. You're gonna make sure that the transmission's in neutral, and you can tell by it's in neutral that you can hold this shaft and turn this one, and everything turns. So you know it's in neutral. That's the only way you can get the case, the top case on, if it's all in neutral. Same thing when you take it apart. You gotta make sure that it's in neutral. So let me go get the bolts. I already cleaned all of them and everything. And let me put these in and tighten these down. I'll be back. Alright, now we're gonna put on the tail shaft, which I already did here. Is I'll put on the speedometer sensor. All that is just a bolt, and you put it in, about it. So you take this and you take your transmission and you slide it towards the end of your bench. Alright, but not so far that got all everywhere. Not so far that, you know, it'll fall off. So you kinda gotta be careful. And hopefully it don't fall off on me. And of course, you gotta remember, okay, I'm not putting ATV on it yet because I'm gonna take it apart and put it on it later. You know, I'm not gonna make a video of that. But make sure you clean all your mating surfaces with some acetone or lacquer thinner on this side too. I already ran the thread thing in the beginning, so all my threads are clean. So actually you take this and you slide this on. I think you can see. Like so. And you're going to have to use your shifter. The spring goes in here, and then the ball goes underneath it, and it goes right smack in the middle, like so. And you kind of put your spring on the ball, and I think I'm gonna hold off on that. Take that out first. So bring this a little bit. There you go. Okay, can't push it too far because you got to put all this at one time. So the thing goes in the middle, and you put the spring. And then you kind of hold this down. And my shifter gotta go further. I'm gonna have to use a little persuasion. Don't want to let the transmission fall. A little mallet. And it still don't want to go. It's close. I'm doing something wrong. Very smooth. This looks like it's right. Alright fellas, let me go look at the video some more, see what the hell I'm doing wrong. I'm definitely not doing something right. Let me go see. Be back. I'm sorry fellas. It gave me a bunch of problems, so I just kept on working and I forgot to turn on the door and camera. Pretty much. Alright, see if I can explain this. What you do is actually put the transmission on a thing, on the side of the bench. Let the front end push off, make sure that it's kind of somewhat balanced. Probably even good to have another extra hand. But, like I said, you take your shifter thing, put the spring in, and put the ball in the middle and you push it down. While you're sliding the tail housing on, you slide the shifter rod into the shifter mechanism up in here, and you just keep on pushing forward. Now I'll tell you the truth, I gave it a little persuasion, the good old hammer, a couple of taps right here, and a couple of taps on the other side, and it went in. I think what it is this brand new O-ring. But now it's against the case, exactly what it needs to be. So now you put the cotter pin in, put it up in here. Flap it down like that. And God, make sure that you don't have another cotter pin in there, because if you do, major trouble. Put your little thing for your shifter, put that on there. Now what you're going to do, you're going to bolt this down to 30 foot-pounds. Where they at? Where the bolts? These are bolts. These two bolts right up here, they go through the case, so you got to make sure you put ATV on the end of your bolts. you don't get nothing. And the rest of them, you know, you can put ATV anyway. But I'm just going to run these in. And of course all the threads have been cleaned, and you can tell everything's been done and been wire brushed. And then I'm going to stop it here, and I'll let you know what comes next. Alright fellas, got the shifter on, went through the gears. That's a neutral. That's a neutral. Neutral. That's neutral right there. Alright. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. Neutral. Yes. Reverse. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fifth is hard. It's a hard gear. First. And there you go. I think it works. One thing I'm having problems with is I got to get the Backlash, and they tell you to put a dial indicator right here and move the input shaft in and out. But it's so tight, I could feel a little play. When I looked at the video, the shim that came out of it was 32 thousandths, and so and the lowest shim I got is 11. Figure maybe if I went through the gears, you know, it would loosen it up a little bit. But I mean, it feels good. I mean, there's no grease or nothing in here, so I mean, that'll help it out when I put grease in there. But I'm not getting a reading. Oh yeah. Well, that worked. Seems like you know, gotta play with it a little bit and get that that movement. Yeah, they got a lot of play in there. I think I might try the back part of the shaft instead of way up here, and then maybe I can get it like that. I know it's supposed to be 0 lash. I'm gonna try to do it that way because I got a long enough thing. Yeah, I definitely can do it. I got it long enough. If I have to, I'll drill another hole and make it longer. I'll go that route. And that's the way I'll do it. And that way, need 0 lash right there. So I'll find out what that is and put that in. So this is pretty much the end of this series. I appreciate everybody watching. Sorry it's taking so long, but I still got to take it apart. I got to put ATF ATV. Put ATV on it all the way around. ATV this. I'll knock the pin back out. Put it all back together. Be nice and sealed. Transmission's done. I think it's gonna work. Our first T5 ever built. Feel like it's running good. But I'll leave it like this and I'll come back to it on another day. Appreciate y'all watching. And all that other good stuff. But there's a lot of good projects going on. A lot of Camaros being built, which is cool. I look forward to every afternoon when I have a chance to sit down and see what y'all have done. So all of y'all take a knock them out. That's all I can say. Y'all have a good day. Y'all take it easy. Bye-bye. Okay. Well, I figured this out. I stayed down here and figured it out. I put the dial indicator in the back, hooked it up, and it wound up being 30 thousandths. Got a nice little drag to it. No end play whatsoever. Baby's not moving. Check the end play again. It ain't moving at all. It's 0 end play. So the one in the back you can double up. You can double up the one in the back. The shim on the other video, you want to just use the one proper shim. So this one you can double up. What's that? I got a little rough right there. I have to smooth that out. But seems like it's good. Transmission's done. Got to use the ATV, seal it up, and clean it up a little bit and put it in the car. Alright fellas, later. Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for watching this this build. The first T5 I've ever did, first transmission I ever did. Feels pretty good, you know, it really does. I didn't think when I first started that, you know, started off because I was teed off by what the prices I was getting. That's what made me do it. And there was a couple of YouTubers said that you know, they wouldn't want to fool with a transmission. But I tell you what, you know, if you get the right stuff, the video, I mean, the guy at Motorsports, CD for $10, I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, step by step pretty much shows you how to put it together. A little time, you know, recheck everything, goes through all the gears. I can't wait to try it out in the car. I'm really satisfied. But I just want to tell y'all thanks again, and I appreciate all the great comments and excuse me, and for the drive, you know, to push me to keep on doing it. But I just wanted to end the video by just saying thanks again. And I'm gonna go upstairs, leave it at that. Next thing I'll do is seal it all up, take it apart a little bit and seal it all up, and then run through the gears, and this part will be done, so I can get on to something else. But it's probably about 11 o'clock, 11:30. Gotta go take a shower, gotta go to work tomorrow. So see y'all later fellas. Thanks again. Bye bye.